Well, if say it this way, if I've been here a long time, and if we didn't have Russell, I probably wouldn't have been here a long time. Because think of all the magic that he's created in the years. He's got numbers and stats in fourth quarter, this is and that's and all that stuff. One of the winningest quarterbacks in the history of the NFL. And it'll be really fun when he comes back and plays football again for us this year. And we owe a tremendous amount. You can see how hard it is. All of these games, the Rams game, the what was the next one? The Steelers in this one. Russell's a factor. He's a fantastic positive factor and always has been. And those are exactly his time. That's his time. And that's when he shines. So we miss him. And in the meantime, we're going to keep fighting and clawing and doing everything we can.
Hey, Mike, you were at my wedding. You were one of my groomsmen. You know that my stepdad, Bobby J, performed two, not one, but two.
Bobby J.
Jeffrey Osborne
LTD
like tracks, On the Wings of Love and Love Ballad.
Yeah.
So here's another one, and I say this all the time. I love this line. One of my favorite Jeffrey Osborne LTD songs is Concentrate on You. And there's a line in Concentrate on You where Jeffrey Osborne says, oh, it takes separation to bring appreciation. And that's what you're seeing with Seattle right now. Russell Wilson ain't been hurt. Russell Wilson don't get hurt, okay? But right now, the man who has yet to get an MVP vote in his entire career, his value cannot be more pronounced. And I wonder if what you're seeing from Seattle, right, in terms of their flaws without Russell Wilson, versus, I wonder if, is that more of an impetus for him to say, I'm not getting a second Super Bowl title here? Or is it more of an impetus for the organization to say, Russ, whatever you need, Anthony Edwards, whatever you need out of us as an organization to make you feel better about staying here for the rest of your career, you tell us, because we do not like what it looks like without you.
All right, I'm going to answer that question in a second. Let me just tell you about my dog, Bobby J, though. Because you mentioned that Jeffrey Osborne. I told you this before. People need to know this. People need to hear this story. Now, right before you got married, Bobby J pulled me aside. He said, come here. Let me tell you something. I've always been inspired by Jeffrey Osborne. He said, now, there's some things Jeffrey Osborne can do that I can't do. And there's some things I can do
that sounds like something
Jeffrey
you would say.
Osborne can't do. I said,
that sounds like something he would say.
That's my man right there. He said it. And he was dead serious.
Yeah.
I said, oh,
Yeah.
this is good. I said, well, look, I can't wait to hear you sing at Marsh Chapel on the campus of Boston University, famous place. Anyway, answer that question. Look, Mike, I think they already knew. I think Pete Carroll already knew. He's just restating what he's known. I don't think that the issues between, if you want to call them that, the issues between Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll and the Seahawks had anything to do with, we can do without Russ. I think it really came down to,
no.
Hey Russ, I know you got some problems. Don't make that public, man. Don't be like these other franchises. Don't bring our stuff out there. I think they understand it. I think they overstand who Russell Wilson is. And there's no doubt in my mind that he will finish his career as a member of the Seahawks.
No doubt in your mind.
He had his moment. No doubt in my mind. He's going to finish his career
He just had
as
to
a member
vent.
of the Seahawks.
Just had to get it off his
He
chest.
went out and he said some things.
Yeah.
Right, I got to say something. I'm going to say something. I'm going to say something. He came out and he talked, and then he moved on. But I got to say, this is not about Russell Wilson. This is a little bit of a failure. This is a little bit of an organizational failure. We just talked about the New Orleans Saints. Last year, Drew Brees. Look, Drew Brees missed what, 5 games last year? They go 5-0. Then they go 5-0.
He was hurt the last couple of years. That sounds about right. Yeah, with Teddy Bridgewater, that sounds about right. Teddy Bridgewater was 2 years ago. I'm sorry. Jameis was the backup last year. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't fall apart.
So Taysom Hill played
You
for him
cannot
last
fall
year.
apart.
They had Taysom Hill filling, not Jameis, remember, and then the year
Taysom
before,
Hill and
they had Teddy
Jameis.
Bridgewater. But right.
It was both of them.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
Jameis and Taysom Hill, and they either 4-1, 5-0, something like that. They were fine. They were fine without their starting quarterback, Hall of Famer Drew Brees.
Right.
I just think I have so much respect for the Seahawks, but still, you sitting there at 2-5. That's really it's inexcusable. And if Geno Smith has been good, you need to be a little better than good. When you got Russell Wilson as your starter, your backup has to be able to carry you through. And it's always, these games are close.
You know
so
what? Again,
it's your job to win
but
close
I mean,
games.
I don't know that. I can't agree with you there. Look, nobody was talking about the backup quarterback situation in Seattle until now because nobody had to talk about the backup quarterback situation in Seattle until now. The dude played and started in all 16 games every year of his career since he drafted in the league in 2012. And so even though he was the most sacked quarterback in the league, he never got hurt. Got up, kept going, and this year he gets hurt on a fluke injury when he hits his finger on Aaron Donald's arm. So what I'm saying is, Michael, you know this, very few quarterbacks, and again, commend the Saints for having Teddy Bridgewater on the cheap and then Jameis Winston on the cheap behind Drew Brees. But very few teams.
They've been intentional with it.
Well, but Michael, how many teams have guys as backup quarterbacks that could actually step in and not miss a beat with? How many teams are, this is my point, how many teams are that good around the quarterback first and foremost where you don't miss a beat, but how many people have starting caliber backup quarterbacks? Usually, they're backups for a reason.
I know. But yeah, they're backups for a reason. But I had to start last week, and I'm still on topic. I know we're talking about the Saints and Seahawks, but I really had to start last week when my man, DeForest, DeErnest. I never met a brother named DeErnest.
DeErnest, yeah.
DeErnest Johnson.
No, me neither.
For the Cleveland Browns. Yeah. Okay, he's the star of the game. But you know who really was the second star? To kind of give it a little some hockey jargon here. The second star of the game was Case Keenum. And the third star of the game was Andrew Berry, because Case Keenum makes $6 million a year as a backup quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. And I remember telling somebody as I was watching that game, they may have paid $6 million for this win. Just $6 million, but it's worth it. Because as we can see now, the AFC is getting tighter and tighter. The Browns holding on in a really tough competitive division at 4-3.
Yeah.
It's worth it. And did they think that Baker Mayfield was going to get hurt?
Well,
no, he probably didn't think he was going to get hurt.
Well, and I love that point. I absolutely love that they were prepared. I love that point. Only thing I would nitpick about it is this. Maybe you could afford to pay Case Keenum that much to be backup quarterback when your quarterback's still on his rookie contract, 1. 2, DeErnest Johnson as a third running back in an offense, and no take away from nothing from Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb, but in an offense that Bill Callahan got that line blocking like nobody's business no matter who's playing. And running backs are much more plentiful, as you know, than starting caliber quarterbacks, which again, that's why I say, look, Jason Johnson tells us every time he comes on that he wants Ken Norton up out of there in Seattle. The defense has been flawed all along. That's why I'm saying if you're Russell Wilson, even though the organization appreciates you, thanks in no small part to his first time being separated from you, do you look at this team and say, I can win another Super Bowl here? That was what the issue was, getting restless, watching Tom Brady, like they all are, being like, damn, man, I got to get one in before it's too late. I don't know that Russell is finished being restless. He may not be young anymore, but he's still restless. I'm not quite sure that, and I think he's stepping back right now on the sideline like, yeah, that's what I was talking about. This is what I've been having to carry all these years. At least lately, that is.